Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 of our Iris sew along. Today and tomorrow actually are super easy, super quick, fast steps. You probably it won't take you more than half an hour to do today's steps and tomorrow's. We're basically piecing together the front and the back. Today we're doing the front, tomorrow we're doing the back. So you should have for the front 4 pieces, a bottom, a center and 2 sides. So we're going to start by piecing the sides to the center, and then we'll add the bottom and we'll top stitch and add a snap, and that's it for today. So let's start by sewing the sides to the center panel. We're going to be using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So right sides together, make sure you're sewing the straight sides and make sure that your panel is facing correctly, okay? Double check your measurements if you want to make sure before you stitch, not after. So 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. I'm going to stitch both sides and then top stitch both sides. Same thing on the other side. Three, two, one, go. You want to top stitch this with the seam allowance towards the inside of the panel, or if you want you can do a double row of top stitching. You can push it open and top stitch, which is what I think I'm going to do. The pattern does say to push it towards the inside, but I think it's going to be too much bulk so for the vinyl. So I'm going to open the seam allowance and I'm going to do 2 rows of top stitching, 1 on each side, and 1/8 of an inch away from each side. It's an extra stitch, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end for reducing bulk. And I also like the look of a 2-row top stitching. I think I'm going to keep this style for the rest of the bag too. Okay, again, I'm splitting the seam allowance, and I'm top stitching each side about 1/8 of an inch away from the center seam. Pretty good with 2 lines. So now you're going to take your bottom part that should be fitting perfectly if you've used the correct seam allowance, and we're going to flip it and stitch it with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And I'm going to do the exact same thing and top stitch 2 rows for this as well. Open the seam allowance like so. I just feel it with my fingers. You can use some double-sided tape and stick it down if you want as an extra step, but I'll just feel it with my fingers. Actually no, now that I think about it, this time I'm gonna do just 1 row because it will get too bulky between all the seam allowances here. So I'm just gonna lay it towards the bottom and do 1 row. It just feels nicer and smoother to the touch. So see, it's okay to change your mind throughout the project and adjust accordingly. So in my mind, it would have been a good idea to do too, but then when I put it in action, I felt the bulk with my hands and I don't want that. So it's okay to just reassess. There you go. So this is it. What we have to do right now is go fuse our Decovil light or foam on the back of the panel, and then we'll add the female part of the snap. Let me go ahead and go fuse it and I'll be right back. Alright, so we have fused the Decovil on the panel. It's nice and flat. I love it. Oh man, this vinyl is so amazing. And one last thing we need to do today is mark and place the female part of the snap. And we're going to be doing that in the 2 inches of, from the bottom of the panel and centered. So this is 2.5, 2 inches, should be here. Alright, so I marked 2 inches from the bottom. Let me just double check. Correct. And we're doing the same steps as yesterday. I'm going to mark the prongs. And put my little holes, get the snap, easy peasy. We already have Decovil on the back, so we should be good on this one. But if you want to add extra layer of security, you can add 1 more. Just like we did before. Let's see this. And this is the last step for today. So once you've added your snap, go ahead and cover it with a little bit of duct tape, just to protect the vinyl and the lining. And that's it. Snap a photo of your completed front, place it in the day 3 photo of the Iris Sew Along album in the Backstitch back room. That will be your check-in for today. And I will see you back here tomorrow when we'll be sewing the back of the bag.